Welcome back to this installment of Boxing with Bart, and today we're going to talk about Ryan Garcia versus Tago. A fight, first of all, nobody wanted to see. Let's get that straight off. That's the first thing. I apologize if I got the sniffles. I am fighting a cold. But anyway, Ryan Garcia, let's get into it right away. I strongly do believe that Ryan Garcia cannot hang with anyone in his weight class. Anyone. Not even one of the top 10. Not even one in the lightweight division. 135 pounds. I don't think Ryan Garcia got what it takes. I think that Ryan Garcia still has an issue with his chin. I'm not saying he got a weak chin, but what I'm saying is he loves to leave his chin all the way out there, waiting for somebody to click it. And the last time that happened, he went straight down. He got up. He ended up finishing the fight versus Luke Campbell by a body shot. I was impressed at the end, but therefore I'm afraid to see what will happen to him if he faces somebody that got more of a killing instinct. So we're going to go through the list and see which of the boxers Ryan Garcia can hang with. But before that, I want to encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel. It costs nothing to you. Just hit the like button and the follow button. And then from there, I do a video once in a while. You guys might enjoy it. If not, don't pay too much attention to it. Anyway, let's get started. Number one that comes to mind is George Cambosis. I understand he has a fight coming soon versus the Dream, Devin Haney. The issue with that is that if ever George Cambosis fights Ryan Garcia, George 20-0 would definitely stop Ryan Garcia. George Cambosis has an amazing work rate, which I think that would stop Ryan Garcia. Then I believe Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily has just too much of everything for Ryan Garcia. Too much power, too much speed, too much movement, too much angles, whatever you could imagine that a fighter will have the advantage over another fighter. Vasily Lomachenko will have that advantage and everything over Ryan Garcia. Then let's go to Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis. I do think that Gervonta Davis will put Ryan Garcia to sleep heavily. Gervonta Davis is nothing to be joking around with, and Rolando Romero will find that out May 28th, I believe. Now let's go down to Devin the Dream. So Devin the Dream Haney, by the way, one of my favorite boxers out there. Devin the Dream Haney. A lot of people complain that he doesn't have enough pop, that he doesn't have enough KOs. Do me a favor and go to Box Record and look at the fights for George Cambosis, which I believe is 20. And then look at the fight for Devin the Dream Haney, which is, I believe, 27-0. Both of them are undefeated. And then you see who has more power, who has more KOs. All right? After that, you make your own decision. But let's go to I was going to say Gervonta Davis, but we already covered Gervonta Tank Davis. Devin Haney. Devin Haney will outbox the living hell out of Ryan Garcia. I do think Ryan Garcia has no business in the ring trying to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney is just too much for him. Way too skilled. Way too skilled. Now, Teofimo Lopez is no longer in the division. Teofimo Lopez is going up to 140 pounds. But let's talk about Teofimo Lopez as if he's still 135 pounds at the lightweight division. Teofimo Lopez would definitely stop Ryan Garcia and will hurt Ryan Garcia. I don't care what version of Teofimo Lopez you get. If you get the version that fought Richard Comey, he would definitely KO Ryan Garcia. If you get the version of Teofimo Lopez that fought Vasily Lomachenko, would definitely stop Ryan Garcia. Even if you get the version of Teofimo Lopez that fought George Cambosis, will definitely stop Ryan Garcia. Now that we got that out the way, let's go talk about Joseph Diaz. Now, Jojo Diaz, 32-2-1. I believe Jojo Diaz might not stop Ryan Garcia, but I do think he edges that fight. I don't see how Ryan Garcia could beat Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz is a little too skilled for me when it comes for Ryan Garcia. So I do think Jojo Diaz wins that fight. Richard Comey. Now that's a fight I would love to see. I would love to see Richard Comey versus Ryan Garcia. The question is who wins. I believe Richard Comey with 30 fights and 4 losses. His last loss was a devastating. He didn't get stopped, but we all remember what happened to him versus Vasily Lomachenko. He was outboxed. So a unanimous decision. Anyway, 30-4. I do also see Richard Comey maybe stopping Ryan Garcia. Richard Comey has a lot of power. A lot of power. And it's very explosive if you let him. Now, if you go over and stop him from being explosive like Lomachenko did and like Teofimo Lopez did, then you have a good chance. But I don't think Ryan Garcia possesses that power. And I'm going to give you many reasons why in this video. So watch this video to the end. After Richard Comey, let's throw a couple of, I don't know if they're even the top 10 pound-for-pound list for the lightweight division, 135 pounds. Let's go with Javier Fortuna. I do think Javier Fortuna, 37-3, I believe, last fight. He won Rafael Hernandez. He knocked him out, I believe, in the first round, I believe. Now, Javier Fortuna is the weakest link here. Javier Fortuna, from my list, is the one that I see maybe if and only if what's his name? I can't even think right now. Ryan Garcia goes back and trains with Reynoso. That's the name I was looking for. Team Canelo with Reynoso. Talking about that. What is Ryan going to do with no boxing, no life tattoo that he has? Is he going to remove it? Is he going to keep it? Tell me what he's going to do. Comment in the go right ahead and write some comments and let me know what you think Ryan Garcia is going to do with that tattoo. Anyway, Javier Fortuna is the only weak link here. I do think that Ryan Garcia beats a Javier Fortuna, but it's going to be hard, and it has to be a Javier Fortuna that comes motivated and a Ryan Garcia that is trained by the Canelo team. And the reason why I say that is because we saw a Ryan Garcia his last fight versus Tygo searching for the KO. Ryan Garcia was trying too hard to get that KO. Was coming straight forward, chin all the way up, just throwing the 1-2, not a lot of different punches variations, just going straight forward, trying to land those heavy shots. With Team Canelo, we saw Ryan Garcia trying to set up the KO. He was trying to set up the KO with the jab. He had a beautiful hook. He kept on throwing the right hand. Unfortunately, all that seems to be gone with his new trainer. I've never been a fan of his new trainer. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to, you know who he is. The dude is always in denim. I'm not going to be spelling his name out there. You know who he is. But a Ryan Garcia with the Canelo team is a dangerous Ryan Garcia that I thought could not win these fights, but at least hang with these fighters. Unfortunately now, I'm going to mention his name now, Joe Goosen. I do think that Ryan Garcia gets stopped. I think Joe Goosen does not teach defense at all. He's, he's just an offense kind of coach. Just go in there, overwhelm your opponent. That's not going to work with a tank. Joseph Diaz, Richard Comey, even Javier Fortuna, Devin Haney, Gervonta Tank Davis, Vasily Lomachenko, George Cambosis, and on and on and on. So I don't see Ryan Garcia beating any one of these fighters. Now, I left the last fighter that I think that Ryan Garcia would also lose to. By the name, his name is Pitbull Isaac Cruz. 22 two losses. Last loss was against Gervonta Tank Davis. Unanimous decision, by the way. And he will be fighting April 16th, this upcoming weekend, versus Yuriorkis Gamboa, a fighter that is washed up. I think he should retire. Talking about Gamboa. At one time, little Mike Tyson, like they used to call him, I was one of his biggest fans. And I still am if we go back even, 9-10 years ago, 8 years ago. But unfortunately, Yuriorkis Gamboa, El Ciclón de Guantánamo, has already given everything he had for the sport of boxing, and will never be the same. And I do think that this might be the last time we see Yodiossi Gamboa in the square circle. I do think Isaac Cruz might end his career. But let's talk about Isaac Cruz versus Ryan Garcia. I do think Golden Boy will be interested in that fight because they don't see Isaac Cruz as a threat, which I do think they're going to be wrong. The best way they could go with Ryan Garcia's career is versus Javier Fortuna or a Yodiossi Gamboa after Isaac Cruz demolished him, just completely wipes the floor with him. They're going to try to raise Ryan Garcia's confidence by putting him in there with a Yodiossi Gamboa. Now, no matter if he wins, no matter if he wins or lose, they're going to put him in there versus a Yodiossi Gamboa. Now, I do think that's a great fight. Yodiossi Gamboa is washed up at this moment, so who knows what will happen. And I do think that putting Ryan Garcia in the square circle versus Isaac Cruz, it's not going to work out very well for Ryan Garcia. I do think that Isaac Cruz is a live dog. He will go out there and knock the living stuff out of Ryan Garcia. So Ryan Garcia with his new trainer, Goosen, just goes out there, goes straight forward, minimum skills, looking to get the KO, just trying way too hard to knock out Tago his last fight. Therefore, if you know boxing, you know that if you're searching for the KO, you're never going to get it. You got to set it up. A Ryan Garcia with the Reynoso family, Reynoso team, Canelo team, whatever you want to call it, is a fighter that will go out there and set up the KO. Jab, 2, and maybe that 3. Looking for a counter with a 3. That's a good Ryan Garcia. I'm not saying he's going to win versus any of the fighters that I mentioned, but it will be a little more competitive. If Ryan Garcia with Joe Goosen is only Ryan Garcia just trying to look for the KO, throwing hard shots, and setting nothing down. Thank you guys for watching the show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.